Hi there. Welcome to Apple World that has been circumventing man that you may be getting captured for the homicide of Tupac. Any final words, fella? I'm a man. I'm standing through it all. Anything the LW has to offer me, I'm going to come through it. You understand what I'm talking about. I'm standing through it all. For quite some time, the group Tupac Shakur has been hanging tight for equity. We are here today to report the capture of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis. It's a given that quite possibly of the most over-the-top horrible circumstance one might wind up in is being detained. It is unbelievable to go from being a free resident to somebody who can be effortlessly focused on for maltreatment whenever inquire as to whether you don't thoroughly consider. It's conceivable he's supposedly going perhaps of his haziest period throughout everyday life, and rumors from far and wide suggest that he plans to demand to be moved to an alternate jail so that he can get some rest in spite of the fact that what did he expect when he is claimed of killing perhaps of the most famous rapper to date? Yet exactly the way that awful truly are things for Keefe D in jail, we'll be looking at every one of the latest subtleties in the present video, so keep close by till the end for the full scoop. Keefe D, the suspect in Tupac's passing, has purportedly been battling in a correctional facility, as per Reggie Wright Jr. Reggie, who worked for Sue Knight's Death Row Records and whose father was a PAC implementer in Los Angeles Sheriff Office segments activity Safe Road in Compton, partook in another meeting with Weave that was first distributed on November 17, expressed that, while anticipating preliminary Keefe D had proactively been hopped a few times, and could be in for far more terrible despite the fact that I think he need to stand that extraordinary lodging since I heard he became outshone on multiple times Kirk Rentley in there, and I got that convo from a great source, yet nothing major, just you realize kick stop hit, in no way like he will get one of those fellows in the pen, find out how he was saying that they delegate definitely that sound, actually something else you better call Vlad, and attempt to get it pulled down. That is what you get when you're continually gabbing your mouth in past meetings with any semblance of DJ Vlad discussing your association in Tupac's homicide that evening in Las Vegas once. Fans saw this ongoing news that Keefe D has more than once been getting hopped. They passed on post like there's not an obvious explanation to feel terrible for Keefe D. He brought this all upon himself. The whole case would have stayed covered perpetually on the off chance that he just kept his motor mouth shut. He excessively old for that. However, his problem for killing a lord and gloating about it for quite a long time. Keefe D is an ideal illustration of what imprisonment is. He's shackled, wear it. A prison uniform, and he lives in an enclosure very much like the creatures in the zoo, following numerous postponements in this arraignment. Keefe D entered a not liable request recently for the situation, including Tupac's 1996 homicide. His preliminary is set to begin on June 3, 2024, and he is planning to show up in court again toward the beginning of the following year. While many individuals are feeling quite a bit better that Tupac may at long last get some equity, Keefe D's lawyers, Charles Koo and Robert Ario, have previously reported that they expect to look for bail anyway. Others don't think a lot of conclusions have been reached by Keefe D's capture. Tupac's own sibling, MPR Shakur, emerged and expressed that he feels the whole case is as yet not completely tackled, and that there's kin out there actually wandering free who were engaged with his siblings passing starting response PP being captured. Clashing, obviously, that 27 years must be this way didn't need to occur at all. You realize I disdain living with the truth that my siblings not here. What does equity look like for yourself as well as your family? The sweet part is that it's a self-contradicting yet type of responsibility support. I'm preparing for cuz it ain't over you. Presently can't seem to see we should check whether there's a chief still got to see the rationale, and he's on the right track. He even stood in opposition to Diddy's supposed association in another meeting where he said Puff got back to me and the day Mo for shared he resembled. I simply believe you should realize I don't have anything to do with your siblings. I know what your identity is. Nevertheless, we never met, and I simply need to call you man to man and let you know that I don't have anything to do with your siblings passing as per MPR. Puff's contribution was referenced in a story distributed by the Los Angeles Times, which provoked the telephone contact. I came clean with him. I value the call being on the way out. So we take a quick trip and see if it will be some time till we see any significant updates for this situation, considering Keefe D needs to hold on until June 3, 2024, for the preliminary to start. Taking into account the sum he has transparently owned up to in interviews before his capture, you definitely realize he'll be singing from the roofs once he's ready to which couldn't be great for any semblance of Diddy, as he's as of now squealed on him in the past. How's it go, the way that's the discussion? Go. I mean, all right, listen, I'll do it. However, I want $500,000, or you realize I have someone who will make it happen. Yet I want we want truly unambiguous insights about that. Definitely. We need 1 million. You said you walk on the ground floor. Did he say, come meet me on the ground floor? Better believe it. He expressed, come on the ground floor. Let's converse with you. He tells you, truly, man. I really want to dispose of these folks. And he's looking at you without flinching. And he resembles frightened, no doubt. So as you would like to think, the particular explanation he requested that you come first floor and converse with him was about that thing, not about alcohol or anything. It was about that. All right, you tell him we'll do it for 1 million. And he resembles, okay, I'll do it for 1 million GRE you shake, or something to that effect. Despite the fact that Nevada has capital punishment on the off chance that found blameworthy state examiners won't seek after Keefe D's execution. Following his capture in September, Keefe D, now 60 years of age, has been the main individual to be charged with Tupac's homicide. He likewise claims to have been determined to have malignant growth. Before we go any further into the video, what are your thoughts on this whole circumstance? Do you all believe it's even logical? Keefe D will endure June 3, 2024, without constantly getting bounced by prisoners. As you need to remember, this man is assertedly accused of killing Hip Jump's most cherished rapper, Tupac Shakur, remarking that beneath enthusiasts of the late rapper think Keefe D's case to have been determined to have malignant growth is a created method for endeavoring to convince the adjudicator to feel frustrated about him or reduce his sentence regardless of entering a not blameworthy supplication. Keefe D has made a few statements over the years in regards to coordinating the Tupac shooting, remembering a portrayal of the occasion for his 2019 book Compton Road Legend Examiners in Nevada, which stated that the evening of the shooting, Tupac participated in a fight in a club with Orlando Anderson, a notable individual from the Crips posse and Keefe D's nephew. As per a few records, Anderson was in the vehicle with Keefe D while the shooting happened, and he is remembered to have been the shooter. Previous LAPD official Greg Kading is the man that really led the meeting we looked at before in the video, where Keefe D admits he was paid more than $1 million for the Tupac hit, thanks to Diddy, who has of late emerged and expressed he doesn't